Yo, what's up, everybody? Waffle King here. Um, Today I'll be showing you the right ways to shoot. I have a really good player, which I know because I won it off a spin before, like a really lucky spin, which probably nobody else will have something like this again. And I came basically to show you the basic physics, because I haven't played this game in quite a long time, but I still do know all the basic rules, and I can still pull off pretty crazy shots. Honestly, that was sort of a waste of a turn, in my opinion, because you could have taken that shot and had pretty high chances of being able to win that. Whenever you can, you should always try to rebuild around to your goal. But you have to be careful, and you gotta try to put it inside the goalie box. But you can't put it inside too much, or else it'll manually take it out, because nobody's supposed to be in there. But if you go just a small bit, smidge bit in there, you can go a lot farther in the goalie box. But because, look at this, my stats are amazingly high, because I'm the Brazil Premium Champion. But I'm just playing on, what's it called, South Africa here. But I do know all the crazy shots. I can win quite a bit of tournaments. I haven't played this in a really long time as well, but alright, so here, let me show you something that you should always go for. If you can see a straight thing, try to go for that. Even though that wasn't technically straight, it's straight enough for you to realize that you can get a shot out of that. But, you see, sometimes people would go for like that sort of thing instead of trying to use their own thing against them. It's important to know what you should try to use at what important time frame. Okay, so here, let me give you a situation of what my Uncle Dakota would do. Alright, that's gonna get pulled out to the... Okay, so I'll talk about what I was gonna say later. But the situation is, alright, so you have one thing like right here, and then the ball's a little bit to the right above it. And there's a thing like directly to the left of it. He wouldn't try to take the shot, he'd try to go from the other under one. I've noticed he prefers to choose the ones that are below. But you should always try to go for something that has a decently clean shot to it. And what I mean by clean shot is like, how do I put this? A clean shot. Alright, so here's what you'd call a gamble of a sort of shot, which I'm really good at taking gambles for it. But you don't always need to go full power either. Sometimes it's better to take it back a little, chill out. So close, but sometimes I like to play with people, go a little easy if they're new. Like, I can make really crazy shots. Yeah, let's just go a little bit inwards. It's important to determine your shots and your power on how far you'll go from it. From what I know at least, but is that force isn't speed. you don't get to go a farther range or get to go faster than anybody else. Force is just how hard you can kick the ball or back practically throw somebody else out. Which I don't really see that applying to anybody else. It's mainly just how hard you can kick the ball, from what I've noticed. But you shouldn't always go for higher arenas, especially if you don't know how to really beat anybody. You should find a high level person you're friends with, and then like just ask them for some advice and how the game works and what the experience has been, any tips you have. Like that would be what is an example of a bad to okay shot. Like, it's not a good shot. You shouldn't really do that because you're giving up your defense. Why did I do it? Mainly just as a demonstration. Plus, I don't really count on these guys being able to, well, what's it called? Beat me out of it. And what I mean by beat me out of it is basically beat my skill. Like, they could abuse that if they were higher, but I just don't really. Like, he'll get this, because he's not an idiot. But it's really important to abuse the arrow that it gives you as well. Like, you see this? I also have those little circles for aiming because my aim is so high. But you can just abuse the arrow thing all by itself and hit it, like, directly like that. Okay, so another thing to remember. Really should have made a list about this because I can't remember this part then. I just can't seem to remember at the moment. But another important thing is to remember, never underestimate your opponent, no matter what level they are. Well, you know that level 1 is secretly a smurf, and is gonna beat that level 100. Have I ever seen a level 100 on this game? No, but I've seen like a level 89 to 90. They're pretty good, like really good. You're probably never gonna beat one, unless if you eventually reach that level. Because the more experience, the more power to you. But you'll be able to predetermine shots based on, like, the more you learn on what the distance is, how it's gonna go. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the best in the world at this game. Battery life got in the way. But that's okay. Alright, this is a bad formation. You see this one over here? This bottom one, the 350 cash one? That's a bad investment. Like, what's the point of blocking your enemy's goal completely? Other than the fact of being absolutely, well, ignorant, and basically you're saying that you don't have any respect for your opponent and don't believe they can do anything right. You practically just being a suicide bomber and running at the bank. Terrible analogy, but it'll make do. I was gonna say something really important at the start, but I seem to have forgotten it. but it's been a pretty long video so far. I'm gonna have to cut it short. I'm gonna have to remember that other thing I was gonna tell you. It's really important too, so you might want to stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if this has helped out a little bit. Maybe I should try to show it off a little bit more. Do I have enough? I think we'll have to watch some ads. No, yeah, I have enough. So, we could technically do this match. But I'm going to try to point out some of his mistakes and the things that he could work better on. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. For being a level 5, he's really good. You just have to know which shots to pick and choose. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to do that. I think he must have ran out of coins or something. But that's going to have to be about it for today. I'm not going to drag this on forever, so have a nice, wonderful day.